Hello friends! Under the hood of the Leganza were Holden engines, the Australian division of General Motors. These are engines with a working volume of 1.8 to 2.2 liters. The most widespread are 2-liter power units with a capacity of 133 horsepower, which allow acceleration to 100 kilometers per hour in 10.3 seconds and reaching a maximum speed of 200 kilometers per hour, at least according to the manufacturer. This engine was paired with a ZF 5-speed manual transmission that performed well. Average fuel consumption ranged from 9 to 12 liters, depending on many factors. A more powerful alternative engine with a displacement of 2.2 liters is only 3 horsepower stronger, and was intended primarily for the American market. It was this engine which, as a rule, was combined with a 4-speed automatic transmission, which significantly reduces the potential of the engine and further increases fuel consumption. Comfortable and soft, maybe even too much, the suspension is tuned in classic American style. McPherson struts work on the front axle and the multi-link system on the rear axle. For safe control, the variable capacity power steering and traction control system were responsible. The life expectancy of the suspension elements is average. The range of suspension parts for Daewoo is small. The weak point in the chassis is the thrust bearings of the front shock absorbers. They begin to creak, which can be heard when maneuvering in the parking lot. Silent blocks can be replaced separately from the levers. They are replaceable. Regular maintenance, cleaning, and lubrication requires a rather complex parking brake mechanism. Contrary to Daewoo's reputation for being unreliable, the Leganza didn't raise any concerns about it, but it did have a few problems nonetheless. First of all, this is the separation of the connecting rods, due to which not a single engine was buried. A dubious consolation is the fact that the defect did not occur often and had approximately the same scale as that of Opel with the same name engines. Motors require regular oil level checks without waiting until the control lamp lights up. Then it will be too late. The engine has a timing belt drive. Initially, the manufacturer recommended changing the timing belt every 90,000 kilometers, but then reduced the interval to 60,000 kilometers. In Leganzas with a manual transmission, over time, play appears in the gear selection mechanism, which makes it difficult to shift. In the case of an automatic transmission, one must remember about a fairly frequent oil change every 40,000 kilometers, and in difficult conditions, then every 20,000 kilometers or once a year. Often, attention is drawn to the air conditioning compressor and steering. The undoubted plus of Daewoo is the good resistance of the body to corrosion. The downside is the low quality of the materials used in interior decoration, especially plastic that imitates wood. The chrome elements gave up relatively quickly under the pressure of time, and after 200,000 kilometers, they already looked very bad. If you know of other model malfunctions, be sure to write about it.